Hi, and welcome to your next sequence on the foundations of yoga. If you have not watched it already or feel a little bit unfamiliar with the alignment and the foundations that you should have in your warrior 1, 2, or 3 poses, I suggest taking a look at that video, and you'll find it under my playlist Yoga Foundations and on my channel. So go ahead and hit subscribe, and you'll see more of these videos and more instructionals on the foundations of yoga. Let's go ahead and get started at the top of our mat, and we'll just start a little non-traditionally here in a standing pose in our mountain Tadasana pose. Feet are about hip width apart. Feel the toes separate to give you balance. Knees are slightly bent. Weight is distributed evenly between the front and the back, the left and the right. Maybe you feel yourself shift a little bit between each side. As you come up, feel the spine extend tall through the crown of the head. Maybe the eyes are closed. Arms just rest gently down alongside your body, and the shoulders are spread wide and down the back. Take a couple of nice even breaths here. In and out through the nose. Maybe engaging your Ujjayi breath as we start the practice. Feel that small restriction at the back of the throat on the inhale and the exhale as you listen to the sound of your breath. If your eyes were closed, go ahead and blink them open. We'll take a big step back on the mat so that we're in a wide-legged pose, almost like we're set up for our goddess pose. Feet are turned out about 45 degrees out, just as long as they're tracking with the knees. We're going to start warming up the lower body and doing some hip dips side to side. So you can start pretty high, adjust your stance if needed. Also come down as low as you feel you're ready for, just to start off the practice. And we're just going to shift from your left to your right. Again, using your breath. You can have blocks down in front of you if you don't feel like you're supported enough and you need just a little something to rest your hands on. Or you can take your hands to heart center. On the next one, as you rise up, lift the hands up tall, and then exhale, shift down. Inhale, lift, exhale to the right. Now we're starting to get the whole body into it. Really starting to warm up. Feel the feet press down into the mat, actively engage the legs. One more to the right, and then we'll lift up. This time as we go down towards the left, we'll come into a Kandasana pose. If you are able to come this low, if not, use your hands, or just stay right where you're at. And then press into your left foot, and we'll take that over towards the right. Using your hands to lift up if need be, otherwise pressing firmly into your feet, and then lifting up. One more time each side. We'll come back towards the right. This time we'll come back. We'll come into center. Inhale up. Hands can come down to heart center. Let's adjust the feet so that the toes are now facing the left edge of the mat. You're in your Prasarita Tadasana pose, your wide-legged forward fold. So inhale the arms up. Exhale, let's forward fold. Come to about halfway here. And just take note of how you feel in the back of the legs. Hopefully they're starting to feel a little bit warm after that warm up. And then exhale, let's fold all the way down. Place the left hand to the center of the mat. Inhale the right hand up into the sky and take a twist. Exhale down. Right hand replaces the left, and we'll inhale, looking up towards the left hand, opening up the chest. Exhale down. Inhale back up, looking towards the right. Exhale down. Inhale up towards the left. And then exhale. From here, we'll stay in the forward fold. Walk the hands over to the right leg. Maybe pull yourself in a little bit for a little stretch. Walk the hands over towards the left leg. And draw yourself in just slightly. Walk yourself back towards the center. From here, lift the torso halfway up. Feel your spine long and straight in the back. Take the hands out into airplane arms. So now we're actively using the leg muscles to hold us here, the heavy torso acting as a weight. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and on 1, lift up tall, lift the hands up to the sky, draw the hands down towards heart center, turn the toes towards the top of the mat, and take a step all the way back up towards the top of the mat. Inhale the hands up, exhale down, we'll forward fold, and we'll just hang here, bend the knees to start with, grab the elbows, and start to maybe shift the elbows from right to left, left to right. Again, taking note the back of the legs, any stiffness that you might feel. And decide, can you maybe straighten the knees a little bit more? We'll work on that. On the next inhale, take the fingertips to the mat or hands to the front of the shins for halfway lift. This time on the exhale, we'll forward fold once more. But again, this time we will try to keep the back as straight as possible. So don't expect to come down as far as you did to start with. We'll also work at straightening the knees. So keeping the knees straight and the back straight, you're going to really feel the back of the legs start to work. You probably feel a stretch within the calves and most likely in the hamstrings. Back as straight as you can, reaching the chest for the top of the thighs. And on an inhale, halfway lift. We'll take that stretch once more, keeping the back nice and straight. Lowering the chest, maybe feel your lower back try to arch, even though it's almost impossible in this position. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, we'll forward fold and allow the back to round. Inhale the arms up, we'll come to mountain. Hands come back through heart center. We'll start with 2 sun salutations. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, plant the palms, step the feet back. Maybe set the knees down as you bend the elbows, lower through chaturanga. And then inhale to your cobra pose. Exhale, tuck the toes, push back into your downward facing dog. From here, you can step or jump the feet in. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to your mountain. And draw the hands down through heart center. One more time. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, reach them long. Fold forward, bending from the hips. Inhale, lifting the head, halfway lift. Exhale, place the palms down on the mat. Step back. Keep the knees up as you lower down into your chaturanga. Maybe keep them up and come into your upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. We'll take a deep inhale here. Exhale it out through the mouth. On the next inhale, we'll lift that right foot up to the sky and then draw it in between the hands. As you come to a runner's lunge, lift the chest and then lift all the way up into your high lunge pose. The arms come alongside the ears. The upper arms are externally rotated to open up the shoulders and keep them spread wide down across the back. From here, pivot that left ankle and turn the left toes out as you sink down into your warrior one pose. Quick check on the alignment. The right knee is stacked over the right ankle. And just take a quick look and make sure it's in about a 90-degree angle. And your stance is adjusted so that it's comfortable for you, but yet you're still working and active in this pose. Inhale, open up the arms to your warrior two pose. This time the left hip is turned out just a little bit more as we are allowing the torso to open up and face the left side. Extend long between the fingertips from your right to your left. Energize the arms. And the head, neck, and shoulders are aligned and stacked on top of each other. Flip the right palm, inhale up as we come into our reverse warrior. Exhale, come back into our warrior two pose. From warrior two, let's straighten that right front leg. And we'll bring the arms up. And then paint the wall in front of you as you start to bend the torso. Lean forward as we take a long pyramid pose on the right side. Maybe pivot the back toes a little bit. Come down as deeply as you can. Exhale here. On the next inhale, bend that right front knee. Start to shift the weight, the knee over the right ankle. And we're going to push up and come into our warrior three pose on the right side. So now in our warrior three, I'm going to have my hands at heart center. You can have them alongside your ears for this pose. Just to check in, spread the toes out wide. Draw the right kneecap up, engage that right thigh. The right hip is hugging in towards the midline as the right and the left thighs draw together just to provide a stable foundation. Your back heel, you can point or flex the toes. I prefer to have my foot flexed just to feel as though I'm pushing into a wall behind me so I can activate that back leg even more. One more inhale here. And exhale, place the hands down to the mat. Take a big step back with that back foot. We're back in our runner's lunge. And then step the right foot back into plank, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale to our downward dog. From downward dog, lift the left foot up into the sky. We'll do that on the other side. Draw the left foot in between the hands. Runner's lunge, lifting the chest. Feeling the energy come through the back leg, engaging the back thigh. Lift up as you come into your high lunge, sinking down into the hips. Quick check of the knee and the ankle, making sure that they're aligned on this side. Pivot that right toe out, toes, hopefully you have toes. And then we'll sink into our warrior one pose on the right side. Relax the shoulders down the back so we don't feel them drawing up towards the ears. Your tailbone is slightly tucked and drawing in the abdomen. On the next inhale, open up to your warrior two pose. Feel that right hip open up slightly. Arms drawing from front to back. Flip that left hand to face the sky and then come back into reverse warrior on the left side. Inhale back up into your warrior two pose. From warrior two, we'll take the arms up into the sky. Straighten that left front leg. Start to paint the wall in front of you with your hands as we lower into our pyramid pose on the left side. Maybe adjust the back toes or the back heel as you fold forward and down over that left leg. From here, start to bend that left knee and shift it forward as it comes in a line atop the ankle. Push into the right foot and step up into your warrior three pose on the left hand side. Finding your balance, taking a moment here to draw energy up from that balancing leg, that strong foundation. Quick check-in with the hips. Are they even? Or is your right hip starting to open and face the sky? If that's the case, you may want to have some blocks underneath you. It's a great way to just lightly put pressure into the fingertips to keep your balance, but then spend a little more time focusing on your alignment in the rest of the body. Sometimes we just can't think about all those different parts at the same time, so it's easier to focus on just the lower half instead of the upper half at the same time. One more inhale here, and on the exhale, step it back. Nice big step back. You're in your runner's lunge on the left side. Plant the hands down, step the left foot back. Chaturanga lower. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to your downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, step it in. Inhale, halfway's lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, draw the hands through the heart center. Inhale up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, halfway's lift. Exhale, plant the hands again as we step back. Chaturanga lower. You can come to the knees if you'd like to and take cobra, or inhale to your upward facing dog. Exhale back to your downward dog. On the next inhale, bring the right foot up to the sky and draw it in between the hands. You're in your runner's lunge. From runner's lunge, lift up to your high lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Warrior two, stay low in the hips. Maybe widen the stance a little bit if you need to. Double check your knees so that it's not falling inward. If your hips are tight, that could be your tendency. Flip the right palm, reverse warrior. Exhale back to warrior two. From warrior two, we'll take a clasp of the hands behind the back. Draw the hands down. Lift the chest up, inhale, and on the exhale, humble warrior. Start to bend the torso down. Maybe draw that right shoulder to the inside of the right knee. Take an inhale here. Exhale as you keep active in that left leg, pushing into the outer edge of the foot. Release the hands, but stay low. This time, walk the hands out in front of you. Maybe just a little stretch as you really feel the stretch in the outside of that right glute. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. This time, we'll stay low in our lunge, in our runner's lunge. Can you take a balance here and press into the right foot as you open up the arms into airplane arms? Again, very, very active in the legs in this pose. Take a nice deep breath. Place the hands down. From here, step the back foot in. Inhale to your chair pose and exhale to your chair pose. From chair, we'll take Shiva squats. So go ahead and have some blocks or have your fingertips to the mat. We'll extend the left leg long. Bend the knee as you bend the right knee and dip that left knee towards the mat. Inhale up, press that left foot out, and then draw it down as you take a squat. Inhale back up once more. Place it down. And then inhale it up. Extend that left leg long. We're in our warrior three prep. Fingertips are touching the mat. Take them off of the mat if you can and come into your warrior three pose. Arms however you like, heart center or maybe alongside the ears. From here, we'll bend that right front knee and take a big step back. Open up into our warrior two. From warrior 2, reverse warrior. Exhale back to warrior 2 and windmill the arms back down. Step the right foot back as we chaturanga lower. Inhale up to upward facing dog. Exhale to our downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale the left foot up to the sky. Exhale, bend the knee. Place the the foot in between the hands as you come into your runner's lunge. From your runner's lunge, lift up into your high lunge. From high lunge, turn those right toes out and open up into our warrior 2 pose on the left side. Reverse the warrior. Inhale. Exhale back to warrior 2 on the left. Again, we'll take that humble warrior pose. Draw the hands behind the back. You can reverse the clasp if you like. Feel the fingertips reach towards the floor as you open up the chest. Maybe gaze comes up. Exhale, start to lower down. Left shoulder to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale here. And exhale. Release the clasp, but stay low as we come into that stretch. On the left side, you're going to feel a really deep stretch into the hip flexor. Start to walk the hands back to center. Pivot that back foot so that you come back up onto the toes. So now you're more in a runner's lunge on the left side. And we'll take those airplane arms and activate the lower legs again. Holding the chest about parallel to the mat. Really feeling that right or the left thigh start to burn. Very good. Release the hands down towards the mat. Step or press into that left foot deeply as you push off with the right foot and you lift the right leg up into a warrior 3 prep. And we'll take those Shiva squats here on the left side. Bend the right knee. Draw it beside the left ankle as you squat down. And then inhale, press it back. 2 more. Drop it down. And press it back. Drop it down. And press it back. This time holding that right leg. Maybe using some blocks. Double check your alignment. Probably pretty tired at this time. Grounding into that left foot. Drawing in the navel. The right hip is even with the left. Very good. From here, step it back. Take a very deep step back as you step back. And then lift up into your warrior 2 pose. Sink down into that left hip. Flip the left palm. Inhale to your reverse warrior. Exhale, come back into warrior 2. And then windmill the arms all the way back to the mat. Step that left foot back and lower down chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back into your downward facing dog. We'll spend just a moment here to catch our breath. Take a nice deep inhale in. Exhale it out through the mouth. From downward dog, go ahead and bend the knees and bring them to the earth. And we'll swing the ankles off to the side as we set our butt down to the mat and extend the legs long for staff pose. Sitting tall through the crown of the head. Legs are straight out in front of you and the feet are flexed. Take an inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale. forward fold. And just a quick resting break here. On the next inhale, use the hands to push yourself upright. Draw the soles of the feet to the earth. Sit up tall. Maybe take the hands to the back of the thighs. Feel yourself draw the chest up. Look up in front of you. And we'll start to tilt the torso back ever so slightly. Just until you start to feel the lower abs start to engage. Draw the navel in to protect the lower back. And then from here, we'll take some toe taps. So just left and right. And go ahead and either have the hands to the back of the legs, maybe even resting on the mat. Or if you would like to try the balance, your hands can go alongside the legs. And we're tapping for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On the last one, go ahead and come to your boat pose, Navasana. You can stay here with the knees bent. Or if you would like to take a challenge, if your legs aren't just screaming at you, take your full boat, legs extended, maybe the hands or the arms out long. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the feet down. Go ahead and give yourself a little pull in with the chest. And from here, you can wrap the arms around the knees. Maybe just let the head sink down for a moment. Inhale yourself upright, and we'll do just a couple of stretches before we finish up our sequence. So the left leg extends long. Draw the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. Inhale the arms up, and then exhale, fold forward over the top of that left leg. This time, more of a relaxing pose. The back can round, just draping over that left leg. On the next inhale, use the hands to push yourself upright. We'll extend the right leg out long and then draw the left sole of the foot in to meet the inner right thigh. Inhale the arms up and exhale, fold forward. You probably notice a difference here. Maybe one side can go a little bit deeper than the other. Maybe you can only fold down a couple of inches, and that's fine. Baby steps. We all start somewhere. And we can take our practice how far and how deep that we want. We just don't want to fight against the muscles and get into something that our body isn't ready for yet. There you can cause injury and setbacks. And we don't want that. We want to make just small progressions as we learn and we build strength in our body. Very good. Use the hands to push up once more and take the soles of the feet to the earth. We'll go ahead and roll ourselves down to the mat until we're all the way flat. Take the soles of the feet together and we'll just take a reclined butterfly pose. Allow the knees to drop out to the sides as you take some big belly breaths in through the nose and out. Feel the belly deflate. You could even take your left hand to the belly and feel the air, the breath as it moves in and out through the body. Start to relax here as we begin to close our class. You can stay in your reclined butterfly for your Shavasana, or you can extend the legs long and take corpse pose. Start to close the eyes. You can keep the hand on the belly as well, or if you'd like, extend the arms out beside you. Start to take up space on your mat. Start to feel the back of the legs, the heat we created in this sequence today. Know that that strength all came from you. And use that confidence in your warrior pose and bring that along outside the building. Take it off your mat. Use that combination of strength and confidence to carry you through your day. As you rest here in your Shavasana, feel the back of the legs start to melt into the mat. The tops of the thighs just rolling down and sinking heavily into the earth. Feel the hips being pulled into the earth. A heaviness as we lie here and we feel grounded and supported. Take your time in Shavasana. Use this time to restore yourself. Maybe spend a couple more minutes here. When you're ready to come out, start to blink the eyes. Draw the feet in. Shift yourself over to one side and maybe push yourself up. As you return to a seat on your mat. Well, thanks for joining me for that warrior sequence today. You'll probably be feeling it today or tomorrow in your legs. It is a pretty strong sequence, but it's always a valuable tool to get back to the basics and really get into those more fundamental poses of yoga. So check out my videos. Thanks for joining me on this practice today. I hope you come back for more. Have an amazing day. Bye.